wash it out.
Aye, well.
That'll do. That the left, that's one. We can get out there.
A quick job. Having a rough factory and going to go to the dentist. There for two and I just...
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not there for two, only just nothing there. Oh, we carry the wee granddad.
Just doing another left on it, Ron.
What?
Do you want to do him again?
Oh, sorry.
Huh? You can start and call him, man. Right, he'll do. Cap. 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 Nice wagon, Joe.
What did you change, John? Huh?
Yesterday got it.
Firm's mother.
Firm's alright.
Job. What is that?
The next one.
The next one, that's the small one.
Oh, that's the small one, right.
Not a bad wee firm's mother. Yes. Staying there, the folder for that other batch looks.
Sure, just let the card sat there. Sure.
What?
Let it sit there.
They're sat there. You want the folder for that, really, and then you can draw on them pops.
You need a card or two, have you?
Eh? What?
No, I didn't send the card away
You
yet.
don't need the cards.
That's alright. 100%. Good job.
Eh?
Land the colour.
What, that batch?
Aye.
I never looked at it, Curly. You may look at it. I don't know fuck what the colour.
Where is it?
It's on the shit there.
Land. And she said, what's that there? Is that, oh, she's DNA. Huh?
I never looked at nothing, Curly. I couldn't tell you.
Eye testing. DNA. Sure, let that sit there. I'll put you in the drawer, will that do?
That's alright.
Shoot anything with it.
Aye, well, that's it.
I'll put that in there, Seamus.
Right, Dana, haven't time.
I put it in that drawer, Seamus.
That's grand. I'll get that up tonight here before the night. Aye, I'm going to the dentist. I have to get a tooth out. And I must get it out first. Fucking tortured me this last month. Alright.
Club card points when you fill up with us. Participating Esso service stations only. Terms and conditions apply. For details visit esso.co.uk.
From the newsroom of Northern Ireland's biggest commercial broadcaster, Downtown Radio, Cool FM News.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm Naomi Holland. First this lunchtime, a mother and daughter have been rescued from their home after an oil tank fire spread to a row of terraced houses. Nigel Gould has the details.
The alarm was raised just after 5 a.m. when the blaze took hold at the back of a bungalow in Kirkeston Walk in the Beaver area of South Belfast. The Fire and Rescue Service said the mother and daughter were led to safety by crews after they were alerted by their smoke alarm. A spokesman said it was a severe blaze and the property had been destroyed. 6 other houses in the row were damaged. A pigeon coop at the back of one of the neighbouring properties was also destroyed, killing 22 birds. 8 survived. An investigation's been launched into the cause of the fire.
Meanwhile, firefighters are also dealing with a well-developed fire in an unoccupied building at the disused Stradbroke Hospital in Londonderry. Next, a man's escaped injury in a shooting in West Belfast. A number of shots were fired at the front door of the Forfar Street flat last night. Police are investigating a motive for the attack. In other news, one of the largest companies in Northern Ireland has been announced as the main sponsor of the Grand National. As of next year, Randolph's Health will enter a 5-year partnership with the Jockey Club, which runs some of the biggest days in the racing calendar. Alex Keary has the details.
The County Antrim Company was founded in 1982 by just 2 people and now employs more than 1,400. Mark Campbell is a senior manager.
This announcement allows us to get a great global reach. Last year, over 9 million people watched the Grand National in the UK, over 600 million globally. And from next year, they will become aware of the Randolph's Health brand.
Every year, people in 145 countries make use of Randolph's diagnostic products. Enterprise Trade and Investment Minister Jonathan Bell is proud to see the Northern Irish economy thriving on a global scale.
We are punching above our weight, and a significant proportion of the worldwide global population, some 370 million, are using Randolph's products.
With so much focus on foreign investment, the Deputy First Minister Martin McGuinness says it's encouraging to see a local company succeed.
The backbone of our economy for many years has been our own indigenous businesses. So I think it's hugely important that we continue to do everything in our power at all levels, supporting indigenous businesses.
And with Randolph's planning to open clinics in London, LA and Dubai, it looks like the best is yet to come.
There's not such good news for an iconic dairy business today. Austin's department store in the Diamond is to shut with the loss of over 50 jobs. It's been a fixture in the city since 1830, but had struggled to stay afloat over the past few years. It's understood the liquidator is working with the company to sort redundancy payments for staff as soon as possible. Now we're continuing our new series, Your Place, Your Story, and there are calls to promote tourism attractions in between the big hitters.
We have an awful lot of people that are coming into Northern Ireland, and people are now stopping in Titanic Belfast. What we want to see is people going through the East Antrim coast in order to get up to the Giant's Causeway.
With visitor numbers across Northern Ireland on the rise, there's a concern that smaller attractions could be overlooked. Many people have their sights set on Titanic Belfast and the Giant's Causeway. The East Antrim MLA Gordon Lyons would like to see more of them stopping on the journey in between.
100 years ago, the Goggins Path was more popular than the Giant's Causeway at that stage. We want to see that happen again.
Elsewhere, the first British officer to liberate the Bergen-Belsen Nazi concentration camp has died. Leonard Bernay suffered a heart attack on Monday on the Caribbean island of St. Vincent. His son said he was a kind, generous and highly intelligent man, and he lived a full, remarkable life. Finally, Hugh Dennis has ruled out making the annual Christmas specials of hit sitcom Outnumbered because he says they're difficult to write. The family comedy, which has been praised for its depiction of modern-day parenting, ended in 2014. But Hugh has hinted there could be more to come, saying kids don't generally get home until they're around 35. There's another 20 years to come with some new episodes. Downtown at Cool FM News, it's 104.
Downtown sport with McLean Bookmakers. Football, GAA, rugby. Do you fancy your team's chances this weekend? Do you want to bet?
First up, Maria Sharapova has been dumped by 3 of her top sponsors after she admitted failing a drugs test. The world's highest earning female athlete is now facing a ban from the sport after traces of meldonium were found in a sample given at the Australian Open. Biochemist and exercise science expert Jake says it's not a common medicine.
In the UK, you would never be able to get hold of this drug via a doctor or a pharmacy, or in the US, which is where I believe Maria Sharapova lives and trains. Mostly it's not FDA approved, although its use is widespread in Eastern Europe and Russia, where she's obviously from originally.
Local football now, and one of the most successful players and managers has returned to the fold after a 2-year break. David Jeffrey's back in business after penning a deal with Ballymena United. 53-year-old spent 17 years at Windsor Park, racking up 31 trophies. He replaces Glenn Ferguson, who was sacked after 5 of successive defeats. This move ends any speculation linking Jeffrey with the job at Portadown, with the board there still seeking a new manager. He doesn't have too long to settle either, with a looming weekend trip to League leaders Crusaders. Meanwhile, Arsenal are on a dire run of 5 games without a win, but they can reach the quarter-finals of the FA Cup tonight. They're at Hull for a 5th-round replay after a goalless draw last month. Gunners boss Arsene Wenger has been criticised for falling 8 points behind in the Premier League title race. The Frenchman isn't too bothered by any speculation about his job.
We have more people talking than 20 years ago, more opinions, but that doesn't change the pressure. The real pressure comes from your desire to win the next game. That's the only one that matters really.
Elsewhere tonight, the first 2 Champions League quarter-finalists will be decided. Roma face an almost impossible task heading to Real Madrid 2-0 down, while Ghent or Wolfsburg with the Germans 3-2 ahead. Chelsea are up tomorrow night home to PSG. Finally, in boxing, 22-year-old Belfast fighter James Tennyson has signed with top promoter Frank Warren. The featherweight will fight Ryan Walsh for the British title in London on the 30th of April at the Copper Box Arena. And that's your lunchtime sport.
Agri-News on Downtime, sponsored by the Farm Safety Partnership. Stop and think safe. Stay out of the building for at least 30 minutes when mixing slurry.
First up, a £3 million training scheme is being launched to upskill farming families in a wide range of areas. They include business management, planning, animal health and ICT. Michelle O'Neill says the Farm Family Key Skills programme will help farmers meet the huge challenges currently faced by the industry. The first training scheme will be on animal health for pig farmers and will start in early April. More information about the rollout of courses will soon be available on the Catbridge website. And the UFU has welcomed a new